Hi, Kubrick Lover 1972, back with another video. Um, so this is a pickup of movies I bought in the recent past. I bought some today in the library bookseller where they sell used books as well as vinyl, and they sell used CDs, and they sell used movies, DVDs or Blu-rays. And the other day, I was at Rite Aid, and there was a bargain bin, and they had two films for like $5. So I bought those, and then Best Buy has this Blu-ray that I bought, and it was only like $6 or $7. So, and I've heard it. So let's start off with the Best Buy purchase. Um, it was only like $6, $7, and I've heard about this film. The first time I think I heard about it was in a Guns N' Roses song off of Use Your Illusion 2, where Axl Rose is quoting some dialogue from one of the characters in this film. But anyways, the film is Vanishing Point. It's like a car chase movie across America, I guess. And I don't know tons of. I don't really know much about it. Yeah, I guess I've heard of Cleavon Little before, but you know, I'm quite. I don't know quite that much about this film, but it looks pretty interesting, and I thought, not a bad price, so I thought I'd buy it. Next is a film. I like Martin Scorsese's films a lot. I don't like all. Well, my favorite director is Stanley Kubrick, but my favorite living director is probably Martin Scorsese. Um, he's and the reason why is because he's made some really good films I really love. Um, some of the films he's made are good, and some of them I'm not that fond of. But he's done a lot to, you know, raise the awareness of the importance of like preserving movies and the cultural importance of film, and he's very learned man about films, and has like an encyclopedic knowledge of films, and he's maybe watches 5 films a day. I don't know. He's very steeped in film knowledge, but he made this film Hugo. I think he made it because the story is his daughter says all you make is violent movies, so can't you make it like a kids film or something like that? So this is his answer, I guess. And it was up for Best Picture, I believe. Yeah, it was up for Best Picture. I think, and Martin Scorsese was up for Best Director on this. He didn't win, but it's a fun, nice, good film. And I saw it in 3D. It was pretty enjoyable in 3D. I guess if you have a 3D television set and player, you might find this kind of interesting to watch. But I would say it's a good watch in this form as well. So I picked this up at Rite Aid in the bargain bin. And same with this one, Jack Nicholson, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I had this on VHS, but my VHS player's up in the attic, and it's kind of difficult to hook it up to my flat screen television. My flat screen television has a jack for VCR, which is the reason why I specifically bought that flat screen television. But yeah, so I like this film a lot, and it's it's a tearjerker, and it's heartwarming, and just a really good movie. This next film, and these are films I got from the library, from the bookseller, from the friends of the library. This film it's in its wrapping, shrink wrap. It's an action movie, and I've seen clips from it, like car chase down the streets of San Francisco, Steve McQueen in Bullitt, with Robert Vaughn, Jacqueline Bisset. Robert Duvall's in this too. And I didn't know the director is Peter Yates, who also directed The Friends of Eddie Coyle, which I saw. And that's with Robert Mitchum. But I'm looking forward to watching this at some point. I have so many movies, I don't know when I'll get to watching all of them. These next two sets of DVDs, they're double features. I bought them because I thought maybe I have them already, but I probably do have. Well, I think I have these films. The reason why I bought them, one of my Hitchcock box sets has scratches on one of the discs, and it won't play the movie. It just gets stuck. So I think maybe one of these films might be one of those films that you can't access. So that's the reason I bought these two double feature discs. The Hitchcocks. There's Number 17 and Young and Innocent. And I have another Hitchcock box set that is not scratched. That has, I think, one of these in the double feature DVD, which is Sabotage. I think it has Sabotage in the other box set of Hitchcock. And then Blackmail. I think Blackmail was scratched on the Hitchcock box set that I bought, which is like I think what's that called, Mill Creek or whatever. That was the one of the Hitchcock box sets I had, and one of the DVDs. There's 4 DVDs in it, and they have like 5 movies each, and something like that. And it has a few Alfred Hitchcock Presents, but and some of the movies are less than 90 minutes because it's early Hitchcock, like basically when he was in Britain making movies. And so one of the discs is scratched, and so that's why I bought those 2 Hitchcock double features. This film I have on tape. I guess it doesn't really have any special features, and I think there is an edition with special features, but I saw it there, and I can get it cheap, like for, I don't know, a few bucks, so why not? So Kevin Costner Dances with the Wolves. Here's a film. It's a Western. I have a book called John Cobal's 100 Greatest Movies of all time, and this is one of them. I just heard of this movie. Oh, I think Mike, Gray 1951, mentioned he watched this movie. So when I saw it, I immediately took it. Winchester 733 with James Stewart and Shelley Winters. So I don't really know anything about this film, but we'll see We'll take a look at this and see what I think. It's got an interview with James Stewart on it. Next up, I have the first 2 of the. Well, I have a box. Technically, it's a box set. It's very thin. It's the Saw series, which is all the Saw movies on Blu-ray, and then I have Saw 1 and Saw 2 on DVD with all these special features. So this was Saw 3, and it has all these special features on it: commentary, 3 commentaries, deleted scenes. So, that's why I decided to buy it. So here it is, Saw 3. The only Saw movie I've watched is the first one. I saw that in the theaters. I was expecting it to be bad. I was expecting it to be just a stupid horror movie, and it turned out to be a pretty good film. This one's from one of my favorite working directors right now, Social Network. And he does really, David Fincher really packages his DVDs and Blu-rays very well. He puts a lot of thought into it, I think. So Social Network was an okay movie. It's not Fight Club. It's not Seven. It's not Panic Room or Zodiac. So I don't put it in that class of movies, especially Fight Club, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's an okay movie. This next one, it's a mob movie. I don't really know anything about it. It's called The Sicilian, and I think it's based on a book by Mario Puzo, who's a he wrote the novel The Godfather, and then he co-wrote the screenplays for the first two Godfather movies. I think the third as well before he passed away. It's got Christopher Lambert, Terrence Stamp, John Turturro. So maybe at some point I'll stick this in the Blu-ray player and watch it. This next one, I've heard a lot of. I've heard a lot about this film, but I've never seen it. I don't know when I'll watch it, like all these other ones. But it's Hostel. I guess that's what you call torture porn, or the beginnings of torture porn, maybe. So it's got 4 commentaries, multi behind the scenes featurette, multi-angle interactive feature. So we'll see. And last but not least, I guess this is considered a horror movie. It's by M. Night Shyamalan. It's The Village. I'm not really a big M. Night Shyamalan fan. I didn't really care for The Sixth Sense that much. I know most people think that after The Sixth Sense, he basically went down the drain. He was just made pretty bad movies. I think I have another film of his called The Happening. But I've watched a few of his other movies. I've watched Unbreakable, and I've watched Sixth Sense, and I've watched what's that one called with the Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix, Signs. And I'm just not wild about those movies, but I like this movie, The Village. It's got deleted scenes, introduction by director M. Night Shyamalan, clues. I thought it wasn't a bad movie. That's the thing sometimes with directors. You can see a lot of their work and not be wild about most of their work, and then here or there there might be a film that strikes your fancy that you wouldn't normally associate with that director. Like, I know Ron Howard is a very revered director, but I'm not wild about most of his movies. But he did make a movie called Cinderella Man with Russell Crowe and Renee Zellweger, which I thought was really good. And I think there's another movie he made that I liked. Maybe it was Cocoon. I think he directed Cocoon. I like that movie. But I don't care for most of his films. I didn't care for Da Vinci Code that much. Apollo 13, maybe how they did how the crew went up. The film crew went up to really high altitude and from the Earth, not into space, but really high up in the sky to shoot those zero gravity scenes. That's pretty interesting, but the film itself is kind of dull, in my opinion. I mean, where Kathleen Quinlan's character, Tom Hanks' character's wife, says to her character's mother, "This is Buzz Aldrin, Mom." When or whoever it was sitting in the living room. That just stinks of pretension, in my opinion. So, I know I'm probably going to be burned at the stake for saying I don't care for most of Ron Howard's films, but I don't know. I haven't watched all of Ron Howard's films. If I saw some of Ron Howard's films, maybe Rush or In the Heart of the Sea, I might change my opinion. I mean, there are films. I know I was just showing you a haul of movies I bought, but I just wanted to say, in relation to directors and films, like David Fincher. I like most of his films. The Social Network was, good movie, but it's not Fight Club. It's not Seven. It's not Zodiac or Panic Room. Those are really good movies. They're visually really interesting films, especially Fight Club and the dialogue in Fight Club. And one of my favorite films of all time is Fight Club. So I'll get off my soapbox now, and thanks for watching. I'll I'll try to come with some more videos fairly soon. Maybe I'll do a review of a movie or something like that. Um, Maybe put some poetry up. Um, I've noticed most people are watching my videos. There's one video nobody's watching. It's called One Night in Amsterdam. It's a poem, and I don't know why I haven't got any hits on that. So if you can take a look at that, I would appreciate it if you have a chance. I know people have work and studies and activities that occupy them. So, all right, that's enough. See you later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.